Good morning and welcome to today's daily tarot reading. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and click below and that subscribe button and don't forget to ting the notifications bell. Now I'm going to draw today's overview of the daily energy, and that card is Heaven and Earth. Now, Heaven and Earth is all about seeing the divine in the the earth, everything here on earth. Making that connections to the divine through the things that we do here on earth, through the animals, seeing the messages that they bring from the gods, and then it is also about um, really paying attention to that balance that we have between the heaven and the earth, and realizing that no matter what we do here on earth, it's also reflected in the heavens. It is brought down from the divine to earth. And it is about being in the moment. It is, really appreciating what we're doing on a daily basis to bring about the manifestation of what our dreams and goals um, are here on earth, and to make our life and for those around us better by using the earth and using what the earth provides to us naturally instead of anything artificial or something that is going to throw us out of balance. Okay, now with that energy card being drawn, I'm going to keep that energy in mind and draw the regular spread here. And give these a quick shuffle. Okay, now this energy starts off with a lot of passion going on today. There may be some ideas that are mix matching with other people's ideas. There may be some tempers flaring today, but it looks to be more around your home life, your spouse. There is that lovers card that is coming up next, which maybe there's some miscommunication between the two of you, and it may bring up a little bit of hurt feelings. Don't get too overly caught up in um, the emotions of the day. Really bring yourself back down, and create that balance that the heaven and earth card was bringing in. Use that energy to find solutions to whatever the issue that is coming up here. The next card here is the Tower. So it's really teaching us to, whatever happens, whatever miscommunication, whatever um, negativity that throws its head in the game today, really use that energy to ground yourself, ground others. Think of different strategies on how to solve problems instead of arguing back and forth, and build something instead of allowing any kind of negativity to come in today and really wreck whatever it is that you had going on, because it was yesterday's energy was really harmonious. So this is saying that there, could be a few wrenches thrown in here into the gears of what's going on today, but don't let it create arguments. Don't let it, get in the way of your happiness. And as long as you follow that guidance, we have the stars coming in here. which is that guiding light in whatever is going on. So, from where, from my overview of just these first few cards here, it is, really teaching us today. I think is going to be a teaching day. And it's going to be for us and those around us, and how to communicate and listen to each other in order to solve problems and move forward instead of dwelling on problems and allowing our negative energies to come out and rule the day. So as long as we can keep our tempers in check today, things are going to really start to straighten out. And there'll be some guidance here. Typically, it is something that's going to switch from, everything being in disarray, or problems coming up left and right for the day. Whatever this guidance or whoever is bringing in these strategies, even if it's just you getting together with everybody that's involved here and really um, communicating better and coming up with solutions, it's going to turn out to where there's something new that is being built. It's something that has been being thought about, because this is the Two of Wands over here, and this card is really saying that you guys are going to put your differences aside, and it's going to start something that is going to head you guys on a new direction. And this is everybody that is involved. There's the new direction that is going on, and it it also brings in that Seven of Swords there, which is saying that there may be information that you need to be finding before you take that next step or make that decision as to what direction that you want to go in. There may be, some that are trying to go in one direction, you're trying to go in another, uh, and it's, paying attention to who's saying what, who has the best interests of everybody, who's looking out for everybody's best interest and who isn't. Because that Seven of Swords is saying that somebody may be either hiding information or outright stealing from you, or, trying to manipulate the other people in the group. So really pay attention to that type of person and energy as well, because this type of person may be what is causing all of this miscommunication and tempers today. So once you figure out who that is, there is that Nine of Pentacles that is coming out here on top of that Five of Wands, which is saying, once all of this stuff gets taken care of, and you all really figure out who's looking out for the best of you, there's going to be some triumph on this. There is some form of reaching those ultimate agreements and a plan to where you guys really see some major progress today. So whatever this has to do with, whether it's family, work, a love relationship, what have you, whatever disagreements are really going to bring about the changes and the security that everybody has been looking for. So really pay attention, because once everybody focuses on getting rid of the or calling out the person that is trying to manipulate, the quicker you can get that done today, the better this energy is going to turn around from the negative into that positive there. And then we have the Six of Wands on that Lover's card, which is really saying that that communication part of this, that communication aspect is really going to help you guys see some triumphs today. Again, that Nine of Pentacles, this is just really backing up that Nine of Pentacles, saying that there is, you are going to be reaching that first goal that everybody has been really working so hard for. And it's going to be something that you guys can be publicly recognized for, whether this is at work, or in your community. There is some kind of public recognition in positivity once all of the turbulent energy is taken care of earlier in the day. And then when we have that bring in this Four of Chalices, it's bringing in more ideas. Everybody is thinking more positively at this point. and there is some major fantasizing or thinking about the future as to what direction to go. Again, bringing in that Two of Wands energy a little bit with this card as well. But don't be too um, don't be too excited or don't jump the gun. Sit back, think about it. Of course, take care of the day-to-day things that you need to take care of, but really put your mind to thinking about what the future will hold, who you want in your life, who is beneficial, especially when it comes to this overall picture. Whatever the disagreements were with, whoever the disagreements were with, whoever was being the shady person, really think about whether or not they need to continue within this structure of your world in a whole, and it will help you to look at things from a different angle as well. If you've been looking at things from a head on position, maybe take a step back and look at the big picture, look at the overview. Where have you been? What have you been doing? What's worked? What hasn't worked? And then try looking at it from an outsider's point of view, and maybe you will see a different direction that will really pop out to you. And then going back to this Two of Wands, you'll have a decision to make as to whether to follow that new direction or stick with the old one. If the old one's working, then stick with it. If it's not working, then obviously something needs to change. So go in the new direction that you've been thinking about. And then we have the Justice card coming in on top of that Two of Wands, which is saying that once this decision is made, there will be justice here for you. That you will be reaping the rewards from all of the negativity and the straightening things out and the figuring things out, the making the plan, and really deciding on what your next step is. There, you will be reaping the rewards from that. Something or someone is coming back that is going to really be beneficial. And then we have the Ten of Chalices, or the Nine of Chalices on the Seven of Swords over here, which to me is saying that, whatever or whoever this person is, once you remove them from the situation or call them out and, really butt heads about, their behavior and their actions, things will turn out in your favor. The Nine of Chalices is the Make a Wish card. So this is the card as to, once all of that energy, negative energy is taken care of, that Nine of Chalices was really coming in and cementing this Justice card, which is saying whatever it is that your heart truly desires, that wish is going to be what you see manifesting after you deal with all of this other energy. And I'm not saying that it's going to be all negative. There's going to be a lot of learning today, with that heaven and earth card. It's that learning to balance everything, learning to balance the heaven and earth, learning to balance your head and heart. It is learning what is good for you and what is not, and getting rid of what is not. So, really fall back on that balance energy. And, if you have to go for a walk in the woods and sit down and really just listen to nature and calm down, relax, and let the divine come in and really listen to your intuition. So it's really falling back on that intuitive part of you today, because the messages are really being sent in today for you. That guidance is coming from the divine. So really listen to your intuition today. And then we have the Two of Water over here coming in. And, with that Two of Wands over here, whatever new you're starting, and whatever energies that you have cleared, and, the things that you have been working on that you're getting is really going to be coming to new communication methods, is what this is looking like to me. It's going to be new ways of thinking, um, and about other people. It's new relationships, possibly. It is, that forming of new partnerships, possibly. So really, allow newer people to come in as well, not just falling back on the old and, discussing things with people that are in the situation, maybe even bringing in other people that have more knowledge about the topic that you're having these issues with today. It could be very beneficial for you. And then we have the seven of water. And again, we see the justice here. We see that coming back to us, whatever it is that we have been working so hard on, especially when it comes to communication, when it comes to other people, our emotions, balancing. Again, we have that scales down here. It's again, focusing back on the balance, which that overall energy card, Heaven and Earth, was talking about at the beginning of the reading. Really focus on that balance and learn, whatever opportunities that come to you today, they will bring a balance. They will bring in that justice. It will bring in what we've been working so hard for. So we have these two um, similar cards here that are just backing up one another um, in this reading today. And on that Four of Cups, we have that Elemental of Fire, which is a really good card on top of that. So, whatever this is that, um, whatever these new ideas are that are coming in after everything gets situated, it's going to really kick off a new passion that is going to be really rooted in everybody's hearts. It's going to be something that everybody can be passionate about. And it's something that has the potential to be very big for everybody and long lasting energy. So, really hold on to that um, aspect of today as well. And then we have the Crone of Fire, but the Crone of Fire is reversed. So again, it's just backing up that elemental of fire. The crone, when it is um, right side up, or when it's normally, the crone would mean that you turn off, or she blew out the candle. Like there's no more passion towards whatever this is referring to. But when we have the star, we have the hanged man, and then we have the crone of fire, coming right after that elemental of fire. It's that guiding light, and that those different views are going to, instead of, you know, quelling some kind of a passion that you have or the group has towards whatever is going on, it is going to back up this elemental of fire and saying that it's reigniting, whatever you've had to back off on that you've been really passionate about doing, it's really going to start to take off today. Whatever you've been thinking about doing, whether it's a new profession, starting a new business, or maybe even a hobby, a new hobby that you're passionate about. Whatever this is that we're talking about, it's going to reignite after all of the temporarily negative energies of the day. This is really going to start to take off yet again. It's going to reignite that. And on that justice card, we have the Salon card. Now, of course, the Salon card is really backing up the overall energy of the day card, that heaven and earth. Salon is the day that that is, the veil is extremely thin between the two dimensions, and it's really learning to communicate with the divine and allowing those messages to come in. Again, it's all about that balance. It's bringing that heaven down to earth. It is that communication, that even flow between the two dimensions. It's that really opening yourself up to whatever the divine is telling you, because there's a really important things to listen to today. So really listen to your intuition and bring that heaven down to earth and think about what those messages are and how they're being presented to you. Even if you're just sitting in the park and looking at the blossoming trees and things just um, come popping into your head, thoughts just keep coming and coming and coming. Really pay attention to those thoughts because they are coming from the divine today. There is that open, excuse me, there is that open gateway there today, especially with that heaven and earth card. And then we have the sound card coming in here and the two justice cards. There's really that open communication that you are focusing on listening to the divine today. So don't press those messages out of your head. Let them come in, think about them. If they're not going to serve you, then of course move on. Don't get stuck on each one, but really allow everything to come in that the divine is trying to say to you today. And then we have the five of air on top of that nine of chalices. So whatever this is that you have been wishing for, dreaming for, this five of air is really stating that, you know, believe it's the whole overlook and really cements this whole reading. Whatever problems that arise, you have it within yourself. The answers are within yourself to solve all of these problems and to move forward and do it in a diplomatic and balanced way and to bring peace with whatever is going on today and with whomever it's happening with. Look within yourself, because the answers are there. That's why that hand is glowing, because this is saying that that power is within you. It's within all of us in order to create peace and balance. All we have to do is look within ourselves and just allow that energy to flow through us, and all of this can be taken care of peacefully, happily for everybody involved. Now, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Again, before you go, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe and ting that notifications bell. And I will see you tomorrow.